This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And a pleasant good morning. It is Thursday, 5 a.m. Hello, early risers. Glad you're with us. It is September 21st. I'm Ray Collins. Let's get to the forecast now with meteorologist John Scalzi. Hi, John.
Good morning. We are looking at a very pleasant day today. A lot of sunshine around. We'll have little in the way of any kind of rain chance for you until late in the afternoon into the early evening, and then we'll work in about a 20% chance of showers. Let's go to the maps. We have across the region quiet conditions for your morning commute, showers over on the other coast, and a daytime high that'll top out around the 90-degree mark. 20% chance of showers later in the day, similar to yesterday. Complete forecast in a minute.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic now on this Thursday morning. Pretty quiet right now in Manatee County. We'll check farther south into Sarasota and see a couple blips there. 41 southbound in front of the new Weston there as you approach the Ringling Causeway. Otherwise pretty clear in Sarasota County. South County, so far so good at 5:01 on this Thursday morning. Our top story, a neighborhood in northern Manatee County was the scene of a 7-hour armed standoff last night. It all began when a man pointed a gun at his wife. Our Rick Adams picks it up from Parrish.
Yeah, this tense situation here has gone on for many hours. It's something that has shaken this quiet community. The Twin Rivers subdivision in Parrish has been on edge since around 3:30 Wednesday afternoon. That's when an armed man barricaded himself inside his home in the 3400 block of 162nd Avenue East.
It's very unnerving, but as soon as the police explained that no one was running loose, we didn't have any kind of a situation where I might be in danger, I asked them. They said, no, you're safe. I sort of figured out who it was involved with.
For Teresa Orr, she says she has encountered the man many times around the neighborhood and has never had any issues with him. She tells us she's not too surprised this happened and is very concerned.
I never got a bad feeling about him. I feel like he had some mental problems.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office SWAT team and several other units were on scene. We're being told the man fired several shots from his home, but no one was injured. Some of the neighborhood had to be evacuated.
For the area, I'm really shocked. I didn't expect this at all. I'm shocked to the fact that it's right next to our house.
The name of the man has yet to be released. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says they will disclose more information as soon as it becomes available. And at this time, there are still a lot of unanswered questions. These are questions we're hoping to have answers to in the coming days. Reporting from Parrish, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Also in Manatee County, an Amber Alert has been issued for 4 siblings from Bradenton. Detectives fear they could be in danger. Here they are. The 4 are Joseph, Jocelyn, Joella, and Jacqueline Gadwan. Their grandmother has temporary custody due to issues between their parents. She reported them missing on Friday after the mother took the kids from her house. The mother is only allowed supervised visits, and detectives have since found information that they could be in danger. They may be in a dark green Toyota Corolla. If you see them, call 911. Police in Bradenton made an arrest in a deadly beating from last week. Detectives say this man, Stanley Jean, killed a Christopher Bang. Jean's been charged with manslaughter. They found Bang last week on 15th Street West with injuries to his face and head. He was rushed to the hospital but later died. Local victims of phony investor Bernie Madoff will start getting some of their money back now. The Justice Department says it will begin compensating the Madoff victims within the next few months. They have not received any money yet from that $4 billion victims fund created 5 years ago. There are a total of 36,000 victims worldwide who were ripped off $64 billion in that legendary fake Ponzi scheme. An update now on parking meters coming back to downtown Sarasota. The city approved a plan to buy 450 new meters. The program might begin as soon as next spring. The city had tried meters about 5 years ago, but removed them after pushback from drivers and some downtown merchants who felt the meters chased away potential customers. Others say it's good to increase a turnover with cars in the downtown area. As the Suncoast recovers from Hurricane Irma, the City of Sarasota Building Division is waiving fees and fast-tracking emergency permits related to the storm for as long as necessary. So if you need help, you're encouraged to take pictures of the damage, which requires emergency repairs as soon as possible. To qualify as an emergency, the application must state that the work is related to Hurricane Irma damage. Emergency permits will be issued for a number of things, including roofs, fences, tree removals, and signs. Cleanup continues in Manatee County on Hurricane Irma storm debris. The collection began Monday and could take up to 6 weeks to complete. The county is asking homeowners to separate storm debris into 3 categories: vegetative waste like tree limbs and leaves, appliances like refrigerators and AC units, and construction and demolition debris like drywall and fencing. Manatee County utility officials say they're doing the best they can to get cleanup done as fast as possible.
There is a large quantity. Fortunately, it's not as bad as it could have been had we had a worse storm hit us more directly. But we are doing what we can to pick it up in the fastest way possible.
There are no guarantees on when it will be done, whether the weather could delay the process or not. Students across the Suncoast missed more than a week of school because of Irma, and decisions are now being made about makeup days. The superintendent of schools in Manatee County, as well as Sarasota County, are deciding what should happen now. In Sarasota County, there will be 0 makeup days. Todd Bowden says students will not have to make them up because of the extra 30 minutes a day of instruction students already receive. The Manatee County superintendent plans to make a recommendation on makeup days to the school board by the end of this week. The Food Bank of Manatee is still looking for volunteers who can help pass out food to those impacted by the storm. The organization is looking for help this afternoon from 3 to 4:30 and Friday from 2:30 to 4:30. The distribution will be at the Renaissance in Bradenton. If you can help, contact the Food Bank in Manatee County. City and county leaders have been discussing some of the more pressing issues facing the Suncoast, including how our local government can better respond to hurricanes. Some of the concerns at the top of the list include transportation, especially the expansion of River Road as an evacuation route, as well as mental health and how local officials could have improved their response to Hurricane Irma.
When the storm is bigger than the entire state, there's no place to run and no place to hide. Of course, we're going to recap what did we do right, what did we do wrong. My particular thing is, since I live in Venice, we do need more shelters in Venice. We need a lot more shelters in Venice. So that was the only flaw. Other than that, I think we operated pretty effectively and efficiently, and county government was on it 24/7.
The delegation also discussed what can be done to help local homeowners and businesses still struggling after Hurricane Irma. Meantime, local tourism officials are getting the word out about Sarasota County being back open for business now. As power is restored to the area, more hotel rooms are freed up. At the same time, other businesses are open and getting back to normal. Although destinations like the Keys and Miami Beach may have been hit hard, Visit Sarasota County officials say it's important to get the word out about the Suncoast.
We link directly to the Sarasota County Government Emergency Operations site on their website to ours, and make sure we're sharing those messages immediately after the storm.
The only tourist spot still closed is the Venice Fishing Pier. Irma damaged the floorboards, and Venice says it might take months to rebuild. Other news now, Sarasota County Sheriff deputies arrested a 20-year-old woman for allegedly stealing a credit card on Siesta Key. They charged this woman, Sarah Young, with credit card fraud and burglary. Detectives say she stole a card from a victim's car 2 months ago. An online purchase helped track her down. They also had surveillance video allegedly showing her going through cars at the victim's home. A new spring training stadium will begin going up in Northport, and now the West Villages hopes to break ground next month, with structures beginning to be built in November. City commissioners approved the deal earlier this week to bring the Braves here in 2019. The project is set to be completed and ready for the first game in February of 2019.
Well, we're very glad that it's passed. It has been a long process, as you can imagine.
The $75 million stadium is being paid for with help from Sarasota County, the state of Florida, the city of Northport, and also the Atlanta Braves as well. John Scalzi sitting down very gingerly next to me, which indicates to me he is still sore from hurricane repairs.
Isn't everybody? We have some very pleasant weather out there, I think, today. You know, a little bit of sunshine mixed with some fair weather clouds, building afternoon showers. Actually, we're still watching Maria. because Maria could actually change our weather as we head into next week. And we'll talk about that in a sec.
Also, first alert traffic, and we'll meet some local musicians who are using their talents to help hurricane victims. And later in the hour, we'll show you what Hurricane Maria did to Puerto Rico.
We were watching ABC 7 News.
We kept getting the information we needed along the way, and it did help us prepare.
When they were showing the eye, I started to realize, okay, we better take some precautions.
We were able to look at the My Suncoast app and get the weather updates.
We stayed informed during the storm.
It makes a big difference having the information that you need in a time of stress.
Bob and John Scalzi, both of them. They're my favorites.
It helped a lot to have you guys reporting for us.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
75 degrees the air temperature with a dew point of 72. We have a lot of cloud cover at times, but we also have periods of starry skies out there as well. East-northeast wind comes in at about 6. 74 degrees Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, and Parrish. Closer to the coastline, we have 75 degrees in Bradenton and Sarasota, 77 in Venice, and 79 degrees in Boca Grande. Across the state today, a few scattered showers over on the other coast, but hasn't been a lot of activity here lately. Yesterday, we picked up around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor a couple of thunderstorms, but other than that, things were pretty quiet. I think today we're likely to see very much the same sort of pattern develop. A few thunderstorms will build, and otherwise, we'll look for rainfall totals that are, generally speaking, in the quarter-inch or less range. Most of the showery activity will occur right along the coastline, with the lighter showers building in inland areas. Forecast calls for that high-pressure ridge to be the dominant weather feature for us over the next several days. A frontal boundary remains to our north. It will slowly sink southward before putting on the brakes and advance toward the east. And, of course, we continue to watch Jose, that's just spinning around in place, really, not doing a whole lot of anything, except creating some high surf and some occasional gusty showers across areas of the northeast. For us, the trough low pressure remains fixed across the Florida peninsula, bringing us better chances of rain showers late in the day. Warm weather continues, isolated late showers, sun, then clouds. Forecast calls for 3 storms to be monitored. One yesterday had a much better chance of development, but has since kind of fallen apart. Right now, only about a 10% chance of rainfall here. Maria, of course, we continue to watch, buffering the northern coastlines of Hispaniola. And then Jose, also a storm, of course, a tropical storm that continues to spin in the northeast. The forecast for all of these systems remains pretty much the same. Jose, with 60-mile-an-hour winds, will do a little loop-de-loop. And Maria, still a Category 3 storm, will curve out into open waters of the Atlantic. The track models on this have been remarkably consistent over the course of the last 5 days, especially as it pertains to Florida, not even close to the state of Florida. And then Jose doing kind of a wacky thing up there, just kind of doing a loop-de-loop until it finally dies out. Otherwise, we continue to monitor Maria's track because, of course, it's still below our latitude. And as far as I'm concerned, any tropical system below our latitude bears watching, but all computer models very consistent in taking it out into open waters. For boaters today, northeast winds at about 10, surging a little in the afternoon at about 15, a light to a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. And the official Suncoast forecast calls for about a 50% chance of storms as we head into Friday and Saturday, and daytime highs will remain around 90. Then next week, as Maria gets close enough to the offshore waters of the east coast of Florida to draw down drier air, our rain chances will go down. Ray?
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now on this Thursday morning. Some slowdowns on 301 in both directions as you get past State Road 70. Otherwise pretty good in Manatee County. Farther south, you see a blip there at Bee Ridge, heading eastbound between Beneva and McIntosh. And our final map to the south will show us all clear at 517 on your Thursday morning. Some local musicians are trying to use their talents to help local hurricane victims. Our Linda Carson has their story.
Suncoast musicians will be playing their hearts out this weekend for hurricane victims. Justin Lehman sent the word out to fellow musicians, let's get together and use our music to help.
In times of disaster, musicians, that's what we do. We get together and we play benefit shows, and I mean, it's a privilege to be a musician and to do that for a living, and the very least we can do is help when we can.
Musicians quickly jumped on board.
As a musician, it's kind of our responsibility to do this when it's time.
So they're holding a fundraiser for the victims this Sunday.
We're going to have a full day long music benefit for Hurricane Irma and just to help relief efforts, and we're going to donate all the money to the Red Cross. We're going to have a silent auction and a raffle, a face painter, and all kinds of stuff, and food trucks.
It'll be at J-Dub's Brewery just off 12th Street.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Every artist is playing 20-minute sets, so just a good communal day. Great music, great musicians, great local musicians. And we're all going to get a chance to do our part and help some of these victims of Hurricane Irma.
It's from noon till 11 p.m. with 17 different acts.
It goes from singer-songwriters to about a trio, maybe like one full band, but mostly solo acts.
Justin will perform.
He began a song, held his hands in the air.
And you can see Sarah at 4 p.m.
Yeah, I wanted to see your face, and you wanted to see mine.
And local favorite Trevor Bystrom will be there too.
I try to speak, but every word turns to mumble. I am gone.
I like to do a lot of original music, so I like a lot of songs off my new album, and then also I'll be playing some covers like Xavier Rudd, Jack Johnson, and Ben Harper style stuff.
The musicians are thrilled to be a part of it.
I love playing these type of events because there's so many musicians around. I get to talk to these musicians, get to see and get to play with them, and just really get to just meet. And with the Irma thing happening, being able to raise money at the same time, it's just like a win-win.
Sarasota's Hurricane Irma Relief Benefit here at J-Dub's, Sunday from noon until 11 p.m. And admission is free. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Sounds like a party. Wide variety of acts. That's great. Still heading Good Morning Suncoast. Bill Gates apologizing for a common computer problem. And next half hour, an update on the investigation into last week's London train station explosion.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
And today we catch our live camera around the Newtown area, 301 in Myrtle. New gas station right there. Day beginning, lots of activity there at that particular station. North Sarasota, not too far from University. All right, welcome back. It is 5:22 on this Thursday morning, and a new report says computer hackers had plenty of time to snoop around inside Equifax's computers ahead of the hack that could affect 143 million people. ABC's Diane Macedo and Candace Gibson have that and more in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, new concern over that Equifax data breach.
The Wall Street Journal reports hackers broke into Equifax computers in March. That's 2 months earlier than the company disclosed.
That gave hackers more time to eventually gain access to the data of possibly 143 million people.
You may have to wait a little longer for the iPhone 10. According to reports, production of the phone has been delayed, meaning there will be fewer phones available once they finally go on sale in November.
Pre-orders of the $1,000 phone begin on October 27th.
And Bill Gates is apologizing for Control-Alt-Delete. He says he knows it's awkward.
The former Microsoft chairman tried to have the 3-key function as a single key, but he says the designer of the IBM keyboard wasn't on board with his idea, so we wound up with Control-Alt-Delete.
Thanks, IBM.
Yeah.
Those are your Tech Bites.
All over the place.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Capital One.
Wise man? I'm nervous about things I can't control affecting my good credit score.
I see you've planted an uncertainty tree. Chop that thing down. The clarity you seek lies within the CreditWise app from Capital One. CreditWise helps you protect your credit. And it's completely free for everyone. It's free for everyone? Do hawks use the stars to navigate?
I don't know.
Ah, I thought you did. I don't know either. Either way, it's free for everyone.
Cool.
What's in your wallet?
Allergies with nasal congestion? Find fast relief behind the counter with Claritin D. Strut past that aisle for the steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in as little as 30 minutes. And contains the best oral decongestant. Live Claritin Clear with Claritin D.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale. Save 40% on paints and stains from September 22nd through the 25th. There's a store in every neighborhood. Find yours at sherwinwilliams.com/save.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am goodwill, yeah.
I'm tracking this very dangerous storm, Hurricane Irma.
If you've been ordered to evacuate, please go.
We are double teaming it in the weather center.
You got to make sure that there's no trees around that could fall on you in the safe room.
Of course, we still are impacted.
People are calling in with all kinds of questions and concerns.
City of Venice is without water.
The power has gone out there.
Hoping you've got a battery-powered radio.
I'm not sure if anyone's shift really ends.
Seeing the community come together and help each other.
You know, we are all in this together here.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest on Hurricane Maria and her impact on Puerto Rico. Further developments in London's subway bombing and what officials have uncovered so far. And how LA County firefighters are stepping up to help aid relief efforts in Mexico. Those stories and much more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And we start this half hour with a pretty shot of the U.S. Capitol just before daybreak in Washington, D.C. Certainly a busy place the past few weeks, few months. Right now, health care on the agenda. They must have a plan or not by next week. We'll stay tuned on that one. Welcome back, 5:29 on this Thursday morning. I'm Ray Collins. Jacqueline Matter works later on this afternoon at 5 and 6. You'll see her then. John Scalzi, though, works right now, and he's working on the weekend forecast. Lots of folks hoping for a nice time this weekend, John.
Yes, and there's the potential for some drier weather down the road, but I think we're going to kind of return to the same old kind of weather for this time of year as we head into the weekend. We'll talk more about that in a second. As far as our current conditions go, we are looking at some clear skies out there. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds to start off the day, and those few showers that you see over on the other coast will gradually work their way closer to us as we head into the afternoon. Our daytime high will top out at around 90 degrees. That feels like temperature a little warmer with a 20% chance of storms. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic now. First off, Manatee County showing pretty clear right now. A little blip there at State Road 70 as you approach 301 in the westbound lane. Bee Ridge showing some congestion between Beneva heading toward McIntosh and South County. We'll check that map now and see nothing much to speak of at 5:30. on your Thursday morning. Topping our news now, the latest on Hurricane Maria's aftermath in Puerto Rico. The storm blew through that island as a Category 4. ABC's Arlette Saenz has the latest.
Puerto Rico picking up the pieces from the wrath of Hurricane Maria. The Category 4 storm tearing through the island. Roofs ripped off buildings, debris flying, structures toppling. Some areas seeing 30 inches of rain. Residents trying desperately to keep the water out of their homes.
The wind howls and screeches, the doors rattle.
The emergency management director saying the entire island is destroyed. Many homes not built to withstand hurricanes, let alone a Category 4. ABC's Victor Oquendo witnessing the aftermath up close.
We are outside of San Juan in the town of Guaynabo. It was hit very hard. A lot of destruction to homes, down trees and power lines as well. And now they're dealing with this, flooding in every direction.
The island's 3.4 million people in the dark. Officials confirming 100% of Puerto Rico lost power. Hospitals now running on generators. 12,000 people packing into shelters. Hotel ballrooms and sports arenas turned into safe havens. Residents singing about strength through the storm. The recovery slowly beginning, clearing debris from streets, search and rescue teams deployed. A Coast Guard cutter standing by, ready to deliver more than 800 gallons of water to the island. Though Hurricane Maria has passed over Puerto Rico, officials are urging residents to shelter in place and stay vigilant. Flash flooding and mudslides could be as dangerous as the initial rain and winds. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
An update now on the investigation to last week's London train station explosion. Police and forensic workers are searching a property in Wales. It's believed to be linked with the bombing that injured 30 people on Friday. The search comes as a British counter-terror police arrested 2 more people in relation to the attack, bringing the total number of arrests to 5. London's threat alert has since been reduced from critical to severe on Sunday. New this morning, the country's top Wall Street regulator says last year's cyber attack breached its massive filing system, possibly allowing hackers to make illegal profits. The Securities and Exchange Commission said it learned last month that last year's hack may have been used for illegal trading and monetary gain. The SEC says authorities are still investigating. The U.S. Coast Guard is marking a record-breaking year in cocaine seizures. Since last month, 25 drug operations have been conducted off South and Central America with the U.S. Navy. Since then, more than 50,000 pounds of cocaine and heroin were recovered from suspected smugglers. The seized drugs are worth about $680 million. They were offloaded in San Diego yesterday. Google is one step closer to making its own smartphones. The tech company announced Wednesday that it plans to buy part of HTC's mobile division team. Google says it will spend $1.1 billion for it. The deal will give Google access to the hardware it needs to jump into the phone-making business. Also, as part of the deal, some HTC employees will join Google. HTC will still make its own smartphones, but the acquisition means it lost a good portion of its talent. Scary scene last night at the Yankees game. A little girl was injured by a foul ball off the bat of Todd Frazier. She was hit right in the face. Several players were in tears afterwards. Many of the Yankees players said that the game should have protective netting extending across to where the fans are sitting. The girl was taken to a nearby hospital. Frazier, though, he was still rattled afterwards. Listen.
It was terrible, shaken up a little bit, and I don't know really what happened. I hope she's all right, but it was just something that I wish never happened. It was tough. It was tough to watch and tough to be a part of, to be honest.
There is still no word on her condition, but the father is hopeful she will not need surgery. 5:34 right now. Now to the latest on the Mexican earthquake. More than 200 people are dead after the earthquake rocked the central part of the country. ABC's Arlette Saenz has the story.
Rescuers are racing against time, working to rescue a young girl trapped inside the rubble of what was once an elementary school. Officials believe 2 others may be trapped in the rubble with her. Rescuers peeking into the debris, raising their arms above their heads to silence the crowd as they listen for signs of life. At least 25 people were killed when an entire wing of the school collapsed, most of them children. So much of the school destroyed, but students' backpacks still hang eerily on their hooks. But miraculously, 11 people from that school have been rescued after being buried under the rubble. 13-year-old Rodrigo was lucky enough to escape, saying he had to be evacuated by crawling over a wall. Dozens of buildings in central Mexico were flattened when the massive 7.1 earthquake struck Tuesday. People rushed into the street, some capturing videos of buildings collapsing around them, the shaking lasting for several minutes.
I still don't feel safe. I feel like I'm living in an aftershock constantly.
In Mexico City alone, more than 50 people have been rescued from the rubble, but there are fears others could still be trapped. First responders continue to dig through the destruction as volunteers bring food and water to those involved in the search. The mayor says more than 40 buildings have collapsed and half the city is without power.
President Trump spoke with Mexico's president to extend his condolences for the lives lost and the damages caused by the earthquake. He also offered assistance and search and rescue teams, which are already being deployed from the U.S. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
After years of planning, the 2017 World Rowing Championship starts on Saturday. Nearly 1,000 athletes from 70 countries are taking part in the International Rowing Regatta, including a team from Mexico. One member of the team says they are devastated to hear about the earthquake back home.
Well, in the beginning we didn't even know how bad it was, so we were kind of worried, but not at all. And after a couple of hours we started receiving photos and videos, and then we worried. And everyone was in touch with their families, so everyone is okay by far. So we are worried and we are sad because we are far. At least I am kind of like angry that I cannot help at all, but we cannot do anything from here, so we're still going to concentrate and give our best effort in the race so we can make some good news for Mexico.
The championship starts Saturday and run through October the 1st. Facebook is pledging to help Mexico rebuild after the earthquake. The social media company says it will give $1 million to the Red Cross in Mexico. The money will go toward helping rebuild areas that were decimated. Facebook said it is also working with UNICEF to waive fees on donations made on its Facebook page. Meantime, Los Angeles is sending firefighters to Mexico in the wake of the earthquake. The LA County Urban Search and Rescue Team began preparing for the deployment before getting the official call. According to the fire department's Facebook page, task forces in Los Angeles and Fairfax County, Virginia, are equipped to respond to emergencies abroad. These firefighters will be looking for survivors in collapsed buildings.
Crawling in confined space, just hitting away at concrete and then pulling debris from it and listening to hear if they hear any sounds.
The Los Angeles team, also known as USA 2, could later be sent to Puerto Rico to help with the recovery from Hurricane Maria there. Caught on camera, a woman is recovering in the hospital after police say she slammed a car into several parked vehicles at a Pennsylvania car dealership. Look at this. Investigators believe the driver was speeding when her car barreled into at least 4 cars before hitting a pole and flipping several times. Investigators checking out if alcohol or drugs played a role in this crash. Well, this former Ohio teacher is in a little more trouble than just being sent to the principal's office. Police say she lied about having cancer to get paid leave. Christine Gill faces 7 counts of forgery, theft in office, and tampering with records. School officials began investigating her after she was granted sick leave under the claims that she was diagnosed with cancer. She submitted letters from doctors to validate her story that were found to have factual errors and a forged signature. Gill has since submitted her resignation. Well, if your wallet is taking a hit at the gas pump, you can blame it on the hurricanes. Hurricane Harvey slowed the oil refining process in Texas, and Hurricane Irma raised the demand for gas in Florida. So now gas prices in the state have hit a 3-year high. The cost of a gallon of gas has gone up by 46 cents in the past month. But there is good news. AAA believes that prices should start to slowly drop again soon.
Barring any more disruptive hurricanes as we've had, we expect prices to continue to drop over the next days and the next weeks. And actually, we foresee before we celebrate New Year's Day this year that we'll see the lowest prices of 2017.
Gas prices will not go down as quickly as they went up, but they are expected to drop by about 30 cents a gallon in the coming weeks. Bring it on. An explosion destroyed a motorcycle club in Detroit. The social spot has been reduced to charred mounds of debris. The blast rocked the building just before midnight. Fortunately, no one was inside at the time. Firefighters were able to put out the fire, but they have not determined the cause of the explosion. Arson is suspected. A popular minivan is being recalled due to serious seatbelt issues. The Fiat Chrysler is recalling almost 50,000 Pacifica vans in the U.S. and Canada for this issue. During spirited driving, the center buckle could hit the release button on the left buckle and cause it to unlatch. There have been no reports or crashes, but until repairs are made, owners should not use the second row center seat if other passengers are in that row. You'll soon be able to fly to Omaha, Nebraska from Fort Myers thanks to Frontier Airlines. The service will start on November 9th, and the flights will be offered on Thursdays and Sundays through December 7th. Frontier will then change the Omaha flights to Mondays and Fridays after December 15th. Frontier also flies nonstop to Denver and seasonally to Orlando International Airport. Sea turtles are slowly coming back from the brink of extinction. Scientists looked at nearly 60 regions across the world, and they found more turtle populations are increasing than declining. Experts say that's a big change from a decade or two ago. They credit conservation efforts, including darker, quieter beaches for nesting. There are 7 different species of large sea turtles, all but one are endangered. As for sea turtle nesting season on the Suncoast, Mote Marine Lab in Sarasota is still assessing what impact Hurricane Irma had on the nests. They have not yet released any information.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's kind of neat that we should all take pride in that, I think, here on the Suncoast. We've done our little part.
We certainly have. A lot of focus on that the past few years.
That's right.
Yes.
Good stuff. We have some changing weather coming up over the next couple of days. We'll talk about it in a second.
Also, first alert, traffic on the way and how the opioid epidemic is now influencing the numbers in life expectancy. Wow. Up next in Health Smart.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer.
G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're returning to an atmosphere that's kind of rich in moisture and will allow for showers and thunderstorms to develop each and every afternoon. Currently we're at 75 degrees and then a dew point of 73, but it's a loft where the moisture is beginning to increase. We have a mix of starry skies and some fair weather clouds out there right now, but no rain is falling across the area. 73 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia at 74, Mayaca at 74, Parrish at 75, so is Bradenton, Sarasota, Venice at 77, and Boca Grande at 77 as well. Both Punta Gorda and Northport comes in at 75 right now. So across the region, things are pretty quiet weather-wise, except in the northeast, where there is, of course, still some ongoing gusty showers through parts of the extreme eastern sections of Massachusetts, Nantucket, Montauk, seeing some gusty winds and heavier showers. But most of the stuff is offshore now. If you're traveling into the New York airport or Philly or Delmarva, it should be fine. Should be fine. Should be no reason at all for any concern there. Otherwise, the hot spot for weather today, later this afternoon, is going to be Minneapolis-St. Paul once again in that area. An area of low pressure and a frontal boundary continue to be draped across the northern tier. For us here locally, things are quiet this morning. Nice commute, should have no issues whatsoever. We had some showers build yesterday, even a thunderstorm or two. That's what those red splotches are, the lightning pops of our radar detection system. Right now everything's quiet. Again, this afternoon, I think we'll see a few scattered showers building in inland areas and then a better chance for some thunderstorms perhaps right along the immediate coast as those showers meet up with our sea breeze, which will likely form once again today under the influence of a daytime high that tops out warm around 90. The thunderstorm outlook across the nation features areas around Minneapolis-St. Paul. That's the largest city in the zone, and that is the place where there could be some severe weather a little bit later on, but the risk is marginal. For us, standard thunderstorms, that's all you can expect to see today if we see those. Mostly, it'll be just rain showers. High pressure located to our west again brings us a northeasterly wind flow. Jose continues to spin basically in place, but kind of making a loop-to-loop circle, dying out as it does so. It'll eventually pick up a lot of shear from this frontal boundary as it approaches, and that will spell the end of Jose eventually. Jose also kind of opened up a path in the high-pressure ridge so that Maria could follow suit, traveling up the eastern section of the nearshore waters of the state of Florida. I think we can expect to see some drying take place as we head into next week, thanks to Maria. So for today, warm weather conditions continue, isolated late showers, sun, then clouds. Look for a northeast wind at about 10 to 15 knots. That'll bring you 2 to 3 foot seas and a light chop to a moderate chop. And the official Suncoast forecast has a couple of days of some wet weather. Sunday, I think we'll start to see the drying take place as Maria gets closer, but still pretty far away from the state of Florida, still on the dry side of the system. And that will linger for a couple of days. We dry out beginning of next work week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic now. We'll check in Manatee County first. Some usual slowdowns around 14th Street West and State Road 70. Nothing major to report at this hour of the day. Pretty good right now. Bee Ridge Road at 41, showing some congestion there at the intersection there. In South County, a little slowdown on the 41 northbound lane as you head north toward Nokomis. On to Health Smart now. Life expectancy rates are rising overall. That's good news. But there is one issue having a negative impact: the opioid crisis. Kim Hutcherson has a story.
Recent research suggests that the opioid crisis is having an impact on life expectancy in the U.S. Life expectancy is the average time a person is expected to live, based on when they were born and other demographic factors. Researchers examined data from the National Vital Statistics System mortality file, which tracks death certificates registered in each state and the District of Columbia. They found that between 2000 and 2015, life expectancy increased overall. Death rates related to conditions like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and kidney disease all dropped. But drug poisoning deaths, mostly related to opioids, increased dramatically. Researchers found that deaths from drug poisoning generally more than doubled, and deaths from drug poisoning involving opioids more than tripled. The study's authors say that the number of opioid-involved poisoning deaths is likely underestimated, noting that up to a quarter of death certificates do not list the specific drug involved. The study was published in JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Up next, we'll update the day's top local news headlines and a unique way to make surgery less scary for some little patients in San Diego.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-671-4817.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The day begins 301 in Myrtle. Live picture of the intersection there that gets busier through the morning commute. New gas station off in the distance there, so things are percolating at 5:54 on this Thursday morning. Glad you're with us. Let's check our top local news headlines as you wake up this morning. A 7-hour armed standoff came to a peaceful end in Parrish last night. Manatee County deputies arrested a man who began the incident, they say, by pointing a gun at his wife and firing shots out a window. An Amber Alert has been issued for 4 siblings in Bradenton. Police believe their mother may have them, but she does not have legal custody. And local tourism officials are trying to spread the word that Sarasota County is back open for business. They've received a number of calls from prospective tourists looking to visit, but we're concerned about the effects of Hurricane Irma. And finally, kids at the Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego now get to travel to surgeries in style. The hospital unveiled an innovative new program that uses remote control cars to take kids to the OR. The kids can choose between 3 high-end cars, a Lamborghini, a Mercedes, or a BMW. The new equipment was given by the members of the San Diego Regional Law Enforcement Group. It's a teddy bear drive they've got there. The goal of the program is to make surgeries a little less scary for young patients. And that's a great idea.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is just brilliant. Whoever came up with that, kudos. I want to go into surgery now.
Not quite.
You can ride my little car.
We'll have more on Saturday's rainy forecast and more local traffic and local news headlines in about 3 minutes. Stay with us.